Hey guys, this is Dubz. I'm going to make a video of something that I think is very important in knowing how to deal with depression. A lot of people suffer from depression. 121 million people worldwide have suffered from some form of depression, and of those people, only about 25% are able to get help. 6.7% of the U.S. population over the age of 18 will suffer from depression, and I would think that it would be a lot more than that, but the average age for people to suffer depression is 32 and older. I don't know if that's necessarily true. I know a lot of people that are my age. I'm 27. I know a lot of people that are my age that suffer from depression. I happen to be one of them. As far as young people go, even if, you know, he's just a teenager, he's just upset because he's not getting his way. Yes and no. You just gotta understand, you gotta look for the warning signs, I would guess. And then one of the things that I thought was interesting after reading this, because I took notes, that they say that older people, when they get depressed, they tend to turn more to suicide. Women are usually more prone to becoming depressed. Essentially, depression, self-worth, self-esteem, self-image, a lot, they correlate. Everything correlates in that aspect. The depression is triggered by an imbalance of chemicals in the brain. And they say that a lot of times when people smoke cigarettes, the nicotine can kind of help with the balance. And I know whenever I'm feeling sad and feeling lonely and depressed and everything like that, when I smoke a cigarette, I kind of feel a little bit, okay, it's not so bad, because a lot of times, sometimes it hits me just like that. Like, I'll be having a great day. Like, as a matter of fact, example, a few weeks ago, I woke up and I was like, I'm ready to conquer today. I'm going to do something. I want to fucking, make a video or, do a lot of this stuff with the website. And I was so happy. I was calling everybody, let's do something. And nothing ever happened. Nobody ever came to see me. And it got me depressed because I live right around the corner from a real good friend of mine. And everybody was over there. Nobody, all the people that I've been talking about, wanting to do all this, very enthusiastic about doing stuff, they never showed up. And they were all over there. And nobody was like, hey, let's call Warren and tell him to come over, let's do this, let's do that. So I got really depressed. And I know that I could have just went over there, but, it's nice being asked sometimes. The things that I do to try to keep my mind off of it, I always like to talk to people. I'm a very big person, a very big talking person. So that's one of my big things, to talk to people. I like to keep myself busy, playing on the internet, getting on YouTube, watching a bunch of videos. If it gets too bad for you, man, just maybe think about going to therapy, see a therapist or something like that, talking it out and having somebody that knows, that can kind of understand and put into perspective as to what you're going through. Whenever I get depressed and I get sad, I always record something. I always make a video. If I feel upset, make a video. Make a video, and find a means to vent. Just making a video, recording a podcast, just playing a video game, anything to take your mind off of the feeling that you're feeling. And me personally, I love podcasts, so whenever I feel upset or feel down, I always turn on the podcast, and I do a lot of editing, and it's very, very, very empowering knowing that I did everything, like make the videos, doing the website and stuff like that, and doing the podcast. Everything with the podcast is on me. I've recorded everything, I edited everything, I put it out there, I did my own website and all that kind of stuff, and that makes me feel very, very good inside. Everyone is different. Everyone's going to have different means and different ways of dealing with feeling depressed. It's all a matter of opinion, and it's all a matter of the person. Like I said, me personally, I make podcast videos, I talk to people, I hang out with my animals, I play video games, all that kind of stuff. So everybody's different, But I think that if it were talked about a lot more, there'd be a greater community about it, and everybody could help everybody, and we wouldn't be hearing too much about young kids committing suicide because they're depressed. And I really think that it's important to talk about this kind of stuff. I think this is the kind of stuff that the young kids aren't really getting in life. I think there's something wrong with them, and there's not. There never is. It's just life. It's just what it is. I appreciate you listening to me vent and listening to me explain something that I probably don't know too much about. But since I go through it myself, you know, it's nice to be able to talk about it at least and try to get it out there. So, what do you do when you get depressed? So, let me know. Later!